Okay, let's jump right in. Big news breaking. The United States is now directly involved in the Israel-Iran conflict. We're going to unpack this today, the latest moves, the background, the diplomacy, or maybe lack thereof, and what people are feeling on the ground. We're using a King 5 Seattle report as our source to get you the key info fast.
Yeah, and it's quite something. The U.S. move came fast, announced actually via social media before 5 p.m., President Trump. He called it a very successful attack on 3 Iranian nuclear sites,
Hmm.
and he made a point of saying all planes were outside of Iran airspace. He also said an address to the nation for 7 p.m.
Right, the timing and method are notable.
Yeah.
But this wasn't completely out of the blue, was it? Were there signs?
Well, not completely. There was definitely groundwork. We saw multiple B-2 bombers moved from Missouri the night before the strikes. So strategically, it aligns with what the president said. It directly joins Israel's efforts to decapitate the country's nuclear program.
Decapitate, strong word.
Right.
So targeting the core capability.
Exactly, taking out key facilities, perhaps leadership, infrastructure,
Yeah.
crippling the program.
So the U.S. is in. What does this immediate involvement mean for the Israel-Iran conflict itself, which was already heating up?
Well, it pours fuel on the fire, really. This conflict was already in its second week. And just before this, overnight Friday into Saturday, there were more strikes. Israel hit Iran's biggest nuclear research complex. They also said they killed 2 commanders from an elite part of Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps.
Big targets, the RGC commanders especially.
Definitely significant. And Iran, for its part, responded heavily, launched hundreds of missiles and drones toward major Israeli cities.
Hundreds. And did Israel's defenses hold up as usual?
Mostly, yes. But here's a key point. Something quite rare happened. 2 Iranian drones actually made it through Israel's air defenses. They hit sites in the north and the south.
2 got through. That is rare. That must be causing some concern.
It's certainly a notable event. It slightly challenges that perception of total aerial dominance for Israel, something tactically important for sure.
Okay, so military escalation on all sides. What about diplomacy? President Trump mentioned a clock ticking before maybe 2 weeks for talks.
Right, he did put that time frame out there. But honestly, there haven't been any breakthroughs. Talks in Geneva, talks in Turkey, nothing solid.
Still then.
Pretty much. And Iran's position is very clear.
What are they saying specifically?
Their foreign minister basically said, "We're not negotiating with the U.S. while Israel is still bombing." He said Iran's ready for diplomacy after the aggression stops, and, quoting here, "the aggressor is held accountable for the crimes committed." And he added a warning U.S. involvement. Very dangerous for everybody.
A clear line in the sand. Let's shift focus slightly beyond the governments and military actions. What about the people affected?
Yeah, that's crucial. We're seeing reports like from King 5 of Iranian Americans in Washington state speaking out, protesting U.S. involvement. There was a scientist, Ali Musavi, marching in Kirkland. He talked about already losing friends, family members in this conflict.
It really brings home the human cost, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And Musavi made another really important point. He said the majority of Iranian people, they want change, yes, but they want it brought by themselves, not forced by uh, any external force, any external country.
Change from within, not imposed from outside. That's a powerful perspective, often lost in the geopolitical noise.
Exactly. So for you listening, let's recap the core points. We've got the U.S. now conducting direct military strikes on Iranian nuclear sites. This is happening amid an already intense back and forth between Israel and Iran, including significant strikes and that rare drone penetration. Diplomacy seems stuck, with Iran setting firm preconditions. And beneath it all, there's the human toll and this strong desire voiced by people like Ali Musavi for self-determined change in Iran.
So the final thought to leave you with, President Trump said, now is the time for peace, right after announcing military strikes. What does peace mean in that context? Direct military action is a path to peace. And how does that vision, if it is one, sit alongside the desire of many Iranians for change that comes from their own efforts, not from external intervention? Something to think about as this all unfolds.